Hello, everybody. Welcome to CC Sim Racing. I am your host, Craig Cook. Hopefully, you can see me. Well, you won't be able to see me, actually. I'm lying. But you might be able to hear me. Hopefully, you can. If you can, just let me know with a thumbs up. That'd be fantastic. Also, please like as well. That would be great. And I just see some amazing people that have just jumped in as well, which is fantastic. We've got Lewis Kendall in. Hello, Lewis. Great to see you. We've got Clark Dunkley there. Evening, sir. How are you doing? We've got Phil Benison. Wow, great to see Phil there as well. He's a cracking lad. Rachel's there as well. Hopefully Dave's okay. Frost and Mr. Bipolar, brilliant. Go and check him out, please. Bipolar Express. He's doing all his races for mental health, and it's absolutely incredible. He's doing it for a reason, and that is the reason. We'd love to see you help him out as well. So please do that. Paul Cunningham, hello. Wave to Paul Cunningham. How you doing, buddy? Pac-Man R33. Great to see you, and we'll be talking about him in a moment because one of his cars setups are actually on here, so we'll at the moment. Phil Benson with the thumbs up. Hello, Craig. Yo, Jesse. We've also got Adam Barfin as well. If you'd like to just mention that, that'd be fantastic. We have Dave Hassler. Evening, Didcot. Hello, hi. We have was it Shahida Khan there as well? So hopefully I've said that again right. I think you said I did last time, so hopefully that's okay. Phil Benson says, "Oh, thanks. You're a cracking lad." Thanks for the shout. You're very, very welcome. Right, so. Here it is on your screen. Gran Turismo 7. We've done it. We've actually done it. I have no idea why. We're going to find out shortly. But there's a couple of things that are really good about it, and there's a couple of bad things. But we're hoping that the bad things go away, so the good things come through better. Which is obviously the.
You know what, Craig? It kind of sounds like meeting a girlfriend, to be quite honest.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? Yeah, it does sound a bit. Yeah, there's some bad bits and good bits. No, I can't say. You can't say that, Jesse. Come on. Yes, in the commentary boxes, Jesse Glenquola and also Adam Barth, who's doing the Mighty Mini Esports Championship. So welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to hear.
Fantastic. There we go. We've also got Esther there as well. Hi. Yes, that's a new racing driver for the AWRC. It is RC. I think I've actually put on RS on the thing, so I do apologise. You can kick me later. But yeah, really looking forward to this, guys. So you've had a practice on most of these cars, haven't you? So let's have a quick word with Adam. Adam, you've obviously tested the Sierra, the BM, and pretty much all the other ones. So which ones do you know? Do you enjoy the cars? Are they what you thought they were going to be?
Yeah, the Sierra is obviously really quite tail happy, but it's good fun and it's really retro, got a real retro feel to it. Which is just brilliant. The BMW is a little bit more settled, but it's close between those two cars. You've got the advantage of the Sierra in one area, and then you've got the advantage of the BMW in another. And then moving on to the TCC, you've obviously got the VW and then the Toyota, and they're fairly equal in performance. To be fair, there's not really much between those two. The Clios are always great fun. The Minis are always great fun, and then you've got your choice of GT3 cars. So there's so much choice out there, and it's going to be brilliant to watch all these races.
Oh, definitely. While we do that, let's remember what that video was like when we did. Obviously, we're going back now to the AWRS series, and here's a quick encounter of the starting video that we did previously. So that was the AWRS series. Now we're in the AWRC series. I'm just going to crank this up a little bit. Hopefully everyone can hear me a bit better now. Can you hear me now, Paul? Hopefully you can. Hello, hello, hello. So now we are about to reveal, which I've had constant messages from the ladies today. Can we have the reveal? So hopefully, if this has all gone right, this should come up. Boom, there we go. It has come up. Fantastic. So congratulations to all the drivers that are in at the moment. We have got some reserves. If you want to be a reserve, please let us know. So we have ROH ST there. Sarah Hawkey's back. We got Nana Midge back. We got Gigi Chun there back. We got Annalise Riot. Love that name. Great. Asher Silver, the former champion, is back, which is fantastic. Yvonne's back as well, so great to see Yvonne's back. Martini 10, a new driver as well. Sophie's back as well, so she's looking forward to this. Mammy is from South Africa, so we're looking forward to seeing how she does. So good luck to her. And she's actually not a bad driver. She actually whooped me pretty badly, but then again, I'm not really good. But no, I'm only joking. No, she did really, really well. Super job. Did Mammy the other day. We got Ceci Perez, who races in real life minis, which is awesome. Vicky Campbell's back as well. She's managed to get her name down. We have Myth LG Manuela, and we have Fusion Racing Girls Missy Hard, who is the actual chief, the boss, the big guns, whatever you want to name her. She is the top dog at Fusion Girls Racing. So there's some cracking talent there, isn't there, Jess? Wow. Yeah, brilliant. Just see Shahida Khan just saying thank you so much, Craig. I'm Mammy. Hello, how are you doing? Apparently they can't hear you, Jesse. I'm just going to adjust this because I've had to adjust all the settings again. Hopefully they can hear you now a little bit better.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah,
please,
I do as well.
Make sure that happens.
Basically, he said there's another over 20 new drivers that have come into CC Sim, which is great. We had over 60 registered. And that's not including the Academy Series, which has absolutely been booming. So we've got full grid for the Academy Series and reserves as well. So massive, shout out to Dan over at Predator Extreme Racing. It's our sister team who's doing a cracking job there. And also to James McAdam as well, who's also helping with the support of that. Brilliant stuff from everyone there. But that is a cracking lineup. We can't wait to start this series. Let's take a look at the calendar because the calendar is there as well. So we start on the 6th of February. That is a Monday night at Road Atlanta. We have also Monza with no chicane, so that'll be quite good with the slipstream. And obviously because we've had the previous race there was quite a lot of kerfuffle, if I remember rightly. So hopefully this won't happen this time. I love that word. Watkins Glen is on the 5th of March there, and then we have again at the 20th of March Suzuka. Then the 3rd of April, we're at Spa, and the 17th of April at Brands Hatch. But again, we might add some more races on, depending on how it goes. We're just trying to build it up at the moment because obviously this is our first championships in GT7. So we're just sort of getting the feelers out there and seeing if everyone enjoys it. And obviously, we've really pushed the boat out this time round because we've got setups on cars, and we've not done this before on CC. So this is a big, big thing for us. See how it goes. But some good tracks there, Adam. Hello, Adam. He's gone.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right.
I'll help Adam.
Jesse,
there's some fantastic tracks in there. Yeah, I can't.
I'm here. I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Carry on, Jesse. You take over. You're better at this.
No, I was gonna say I did campaign for the Road Atlanta and the Watkins Glen. I'm kind of excited, and even actually the No Chicane on Monza adds a nice little twist too. But some of these races are new for some people who haven't run a whole lot on GT7 yet. So I'm excited to see what happens. I feel like they're going to practice a lot on some of these new tracks, which will be kind of fun to see how well they come along. And as well as I do, Craig, once you get on these races and they start running, you quickly figure out who's been practicing and who hasn't. So we're going to get to see that early with the ladies on those tracks.
Yeah, definitely. Great shout, mate. And like I said, with the Fusion Girls Racing team, you don't really want to be messing with these sort of girls because they've been racing a long time, and there's quite a substantial amount of them. So I think we've got the boss in just to see how it goes, and if it does go, it's going to really develop. So we're hoping for 2 divisions in the next series, so we'll see how that goes. But what a great start. And yeah, Jesse did shout out quite a few of the American ones. We've got a couple there for him, so that's a little treat for you. So we'll go back to the main screen again, and we will go on to the next one. Obviously, this is a big thing for us. Obviously, this was quite frightening, to be honest. It took a couple of weeks to sort out, and thank you to everyone at CC that has helped out with the setups and settings. But this is going to be a big one for us, and it's the TCC Championship. We have two. So we have the TCC Championship, which is the Golf and the Toyota GT AE86. And then we have the little Golf GTI as the other sort of versus. So we're really looking forward to seeing how they do. Calendar looks great as well. And then we have the Super Touring cars, which is the Sierra Cosworth and the BMW M3. And again, they used to be in different classes back in the day, but we've tried to get them on the same class. So we've got a little bit of mix-up in the championships. And we hope to see a bit of mix on the racetrack. But obviously, as soon as the drivers know where they are, they're going to practice each car, and they're going to pick which one they want. But let's go and have a look at these drivers who got through. Are you ready? There's some nervous people out there, I reckon. There we go. So it's Matty Kaki that goes through. It's actually Matty Cake, but I need to change that at least. But there we go. So Rustic Gamer's there as well. He's back. He wanted to race last time, but he's now in there. So he's there. Nick has been racing with us for the last few weeks, and he's been really good. So looking forward to seeing how he does. Corn Dog there. I'm not too sure who that is. Is that Hartman? Not too sure. If somebody at BBR could let me know, that'd be great. Wildney's there as well. So Wildney's there. Great to see him back, because obviously he was there about 3 championships ago. Butler's there as well for Team CC. Mr. Adam Bath's in there. Adam?
Of course.
There he
Had
is.
to enter in somewhere, didn't I?
I'm interested to see what car you're going for. That's going to be a cool car. Are you allowed to tell us?
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. All right then. I was gonna go for the Golf. only simply because that's the only one that I've driven so far. But yeah, the only problem is I've got about 17 different liveries for that car, and I've got to choose which one I want to put on it now.
Ah, nightmare. Well, there you go. Pick one, and there we go. But brilliant. Great to see you on there, mate. Oh, you could go with your mini livery. Oh, that'd be great.
I don't know. I've got one.
Oh well, hopefully we'll see you on there. But
Greg, I just noticed.
Yeah.
I just noticed we put Matt in there twice, so I guess Mr. Pugh's probably going to get a promotion there.
Okay, there we go. All right then, mate. So we'll have a look at that. And yes, there we go. So there is 2 of them. I think that was. Never mind. So there we go. So Butler's there, Adam Bath's there. Matt gets a double chance at that as well. It's Haslett. Oh, right. Okay. So it's Haslett's in there. Oh, that'd be interesting. Very, very good. Then obviously we got Matty Cake. So the promotion will go to Richard. So Richard will be there. I know Richard's already gone. Matt's there twice, Craig. He's already had a go at me. So there we go. So yeah, you're in there. You've hopped in there. I said that. Lofty's there as well. Great to see Lofty up there. He's racing in. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the Golf. Beaver Ball's in there as well. James Ball's there. Great to see him there. We've got Dave Haslett there. We have the Stig. I know you're all going to lose if the Stig's there, so that's quite impressive. Corky's there from PXR. Great to see Corky on there. And Next Gen Danzo came in last minute, so he managed to get in there, so that's great. And Richard said, I want to roast the Golf. There's a lot of Golf lovers there, but I think there is quite a few of the Toyotas, because it has got some good top end speed, that car. So we'll see how everything gets on. So all these cars are set up by us at CC Sim Racing. We've tried and tested, and some of the tracks are better than others for other different cars, but it is good because it does make it a little bit more. What do you think of those drivers on there, Jess?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good list. There's some fun drivers in there, and there's some that I did check. Corndog is Jay Hardman, so okay. We can mark him down as being in. Yeah, it's a good mix of some good drivers and some new drivers that we haven't seen yet. So I'm kind of excited to see it. I haven't had a chance to drive these cars a lot, so I'm kind of interested to see the mix of cars. Who does better on the more straightened out speed tracks versus the ones that have a lot of turns, a little more technical. So I'm kind of interested to see how both these touring car championships turn out. It'll be something different for sure.
Yeah, looking forward to this. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. So Adam Barth in there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does, because obviously he's been doing the Mighty Minis, which we'll be telling you today. Are you excited? So he'll be talking about that in a moment, which is fantastic. So we got I Want to Race the Golf. We got, hopefully it's American Stig. I thought American Stig was pretty good. Is he not very good, Jesse?
I'm not sure, to be quite honest with you.
I'll have to watch the American series. I haven't watched any of them yet. And people are going to go, "Oh, you're joking." Made it in the list, says Nick. Yes, you have, mate. And like I said, me and Dave watched you the other night when we were racing. Very impressed, which is why we thought we'd grab you and see if we can get you in to see. What a pleasure it is to have you in here. Also, Clark as well. Clark was actually watching one of the streams and he said, can I join? I was like, yeah, of course you can. Come in. Brilliant. Lovely lad. Great guys. Really, really appreciate it. So let's take a look at the calendar. And there's the calendar. We start off at Brands Hatch. Obviously, of course, we can't start anywhere else with a touring car race, can we? Surely. We got 9th of Feb is the Brands Hatch race. Then 23rd is Auto Polish Short, because obviously that brings so much action every time. But that's going to be very difficult at the hairpin. So what happens there for second from last corner. Then we have Road Atlanta. Again, it'll be a great little track for the cars to see how they get on. Then we have Laguna Seca. Again, that's going to be another interesting one. Very tough for these tracks for these cars, but they do drive very, very nice. Red Bull Ring, which we had a race the other night, and it was really funny. I laughed so much that I nearly lost my voice. And then we have the Nürburgring on the 20th of April. So, lots and lots going on. Thank you very much to Jack Murphy, who has also subscribed. Tell your friends, Jack. We really appreciate it. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your TCC. Now, this is one of the ones that really sort of took a shine to a lot of people, and that was obviously the Sierra and the BMW Super Touring Car Championship. Obviously, it's got massive history here at in the UK. It's got massive history in Australia as well, because obviously they had their the Sierra Cosworths there, and it's huge. These cars, they're absolutely incredible, and they're a historic, legendary car, aren't they, Adam?
Yeah, and you have to watch all of the old-fashioned footage from the 80s and the 90s, early part of the 90s, to really grasp what we're on about if you haven't seen it. It's just, the racing was brilliant. They might have been in two separate classes in period, the Sierra and the BMW, but the racing was just absolutely epic. And the fact that it's now come to GT7 is just brilliant. And we've obviously, as you said, we've done the testing with the cars, and we've had some great races with them. So I'm really looking forward to see how that pans out. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be an absolute cracker. It's not an easy car to drive, but like I said, practice makes perfect. And obviously, we do like the back end twitching on these cars. And we've had a little adjustment. Massive shout out to GT Realm as well, who's obviously been sticking his nose in for me. Just had a little crack on that. And I've got loads of people messaging me now. How do I sign up? Unfortunately, it's too late. But if you want to sign up, you'll be on the reserve list now. So, which is really unfortunate. But let's take a look at the Sierra and the BMW, the STCC Championships drivers. And there we have it. So, Mental Ferret is in there. That's a great name. Mental Ferret, Myers Rhodes there. We have Stu Boys in there, Audio Muted, HRT Lacko. Great to see HRT with us this time round. We have Mr. Dre 70, which I think is, I don't know if he's there actually. We've also got LB Racing in there. Pac-Man 292, who's been really good in this car. He's been very tasty in that. It's a shame because Dusty couldn't make it because he was also flying. Ripping the Terrians in there as well. He's been practicing. Be interested to see what car he picks. There's Dunkey. There he is. He's in there. So he's managed to get it. Clark, you're in. The Clark's in there as well. So Dunkey, whatever you want to call it, is there. Benno Big Time's there as well. We got Stickman's in there as well, and he's got some cracking liveries there. Pop Motorsport managed to get in, and he's doing the WRC commentary over there, doing a fantastic job as well. And Dog Lucky managed to get in at the last minute, has got in. So we have Gear Kayla as reserve, we have Lee Campbell reserve, Red Spectres in reserve, and we got AWH Smith there as well. He's in reserve, so that's fantastic. Great drivers there, really, really intense stuff. That's a very interesting table of car drivers there, but I wonder what they're going to pick here, Jesse.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going through it. I'm thinking Mental Ferret, Audio Muted, and Donkey Dopus. Those are all excellent band names. So I'm going to go with those three guys as being excellent drivers in this series. But in all seriousness, though, there's a lot of excellent drivers in there, and a couple new ones that we don't know obviously yet. Hopefully, we'll know them soon. Hopefully, they compete with the guys that we know already. But once again, another nice mix. There's some fun guys in there we know, and I just know them by their name right now. But anybody that calls himself Mental Ferret, I'm all in on that.
Yeah, that is a cracking mental heavy metal band there, and it's definitely definitely have to look out for that. There must be one called Mental Ferret out there. I bet there is.
I hope there is.
I'm going to Google it after this. But that's absolutely brilliant. Dan David has also joined us. Hope you're okay, mate. Very well at the moment. But this guy has been doing some cracking stuff behind the scenes for the Academy. Unfortunately, I haven't got an Academy poster up, but I'll see if I can grab the names for you, everyone. Yes, Stu Boy's in there, says Carl. Nice mix, this one. Yeah, it's massive. It's really, really good. Very, very good. Lacko says, Esther again. She's like, yeah, so HRT, Lacko. There's quite a few of the HRT boys. But we're going to have to talk about something at the end of this program that we're doing, because obviously it's going to affect quite a few people, which is really unfortunate, but it is the way it is. And this is why we want a reserve list. We're making sure that when we've done the registration, that everyone gives us all the details required. So there we go. That is your Super Touring Car drivers. Very, very, very excited to see that, and we'll see how everyone gets on. So that is your Super Touring Car drivers. Let's have a look at the calendar. So this is the calendar, Super Touring Car Championship calendar. Again, we're at Brands Hatch. It's basically the same as the well, it is. It's exactly the same. Oh no, actually no, it's not, because we changed it,
different,
didn't we? We did. I do apologise. So yeah, so we have Brands Hatch. We've gone for a speedy Sardinia Road Track A. So that's the one with Church Corner. I call it Church Corner. Great. Church in the background. It's got a corner on it. Church Corner. Boom. So Sardinia Road A. We've got Interlagos, which is going to be epic. Really looking forward to that one. Lots of straights. Lots of short, twisty bits. Perfect for both cars. Laguna Seca again for these two bad boys. We've got Red Bull Ring again. Another cracking track. That's going to be really good to watch. And then the Nürburgring as the final race. And again, it depends on how it goes. If it goes well and everyone's still enjoying it, we'll add a couple more races on. But we're going to have a break in between, so we can just sort of enjoy a bit of time away, and then we can carry on again and redevelop what we've already done. So there we go. Super Touring Car Series. Banging. Looking forward to those tracks there, Adam Bath.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking forward to the strategy between the drivers on who's going to choose what car, because that could be crucial on one or two of those tracks, on both Super Touring and the touring cars as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. You've got a good mix of tracks there, so it's going to be great to watch those races.
Yeah, definitely. There's a question mark from Lofty. I'm not too sure what that is. We'll have to go and have a look at that. Going to be a tough season. It is going to be a very tough season. Sweet deals. Lofty's got a question mark. Laguna is on my birthday. There we go. Happy days. So hopefully you'll be watching that, mate. But yes, the other little twist in this tale is that there is a pit stop in this race. Okay, so there is a pit stop in this race. It's literally a stop go, chuck on some tyres, which is obviously the racing softs that we're using. So it'll be racing softs on. And then back out on the track again. If you miss your pit stop, you will be disqualified. So there we go. Happy days. That is going to make it very, very interesting. So that is your Monday and your Thursday night races at this moment in time. Right. We're going to go and have a look now at the Super Sundays. We've had loads of messages about people saying, can we do? Yes, we can. The only problem is that I'm very busy with other stuff, commentary-wise, family. So I've tried to get it in where I could, and had a chat with my lovely lady who's been very supportive about this and knows how much it means to me doing this. So yes, so that's what we're doing. No tyre wear, Phil. No tyre wear, because the thing's a beast as it is. So yeah, this is going to be every month. It's going to be in between days in the months, and then you can sort of check it out and see what you think. But loads of drivers, again, applied for this one. Managed to grab a couple more that we're very intrigued to see. But here we go. So we're going to start with the Clio Cup, because the Clio Cup series, obviously, we know so much about. Massive shout out to Paul Cunningham, who actually set up this car for us last year when we were ready to go over to GT7. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. Now it has, and I thought, do you know what? Let's get it in there because I think this is going to be a cracking little car, and it is. It's absolutely sublime. And obviously, Adam Bath, you've driven this car. As I reveal the drivers, talk to me about them because these are super, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's brilliant fun because it turns in nicely. It's got a little bit of a bounce at the rear, and it just helps it turn through the corners. But it's ultra stable down the straight. You can slipstream the car in front. You can get proper pack racing. You can get close racing, just like you can in real life and the actual real life Clio races that you see around the world. Actually, so yeah, it's great fun to drive and it's great action.
Yeah, definitely. We had a good race the other day in these, and I like that shot. That's a great shot because, nearly 3 wide at the top of the Browder Hill at Road Atlanta, which is one of the races on this track. So the Minis and the Clios are doing the same tracks. They're very similar to each other. And then the GT3 cars will be sort of, the feature race of these two support races. And some of them will be all together. So it'll be great. We can't wait to get this one running. So let's have a look at the drivers. So Corky's back in this one as well. Watsy's in this one. Great to see Watsy up there. The Stig's back as well. Mr. Digby's in there. So great to see Diggs in there. Digcott's in there as well. He's a Mighty Mini racing driver in real life. So great to see him racing in the Clio Cup. Got Clive Smith, who we know is very quick at the moment. He's getting better and better each week. But he has got Matty for company, so that'll be good. Really looking forward to that. Gigi Chung as well is back, which is good. Another new driver, fantastic. Danzo's in this as well, and again, he's not no slouch driver either. Butler's back, Stu Boy's back. We've got Maya Rhodes is back as well. Then we've got HRT Haber, so looking forward to that because again, another new driver. And then we've got Leon, who I haven't seen for a while, and he's back as well. So great to see a lot of these drivers back. Hello, Pop Motorsport. Great to see you, buddy. Oh, God, Clive's in, says Carl. See, I knew it was right. I knew it was right. So some cracking drivers there, Jesse.
Yeah, I'm noticing too. From what I can tell, there's about 5 or 6 drivers in here who are graduates of the academy races. So that's kind of nice to see those guys back in. Some of those guys have raced at the academy level, and now a bunch of them get dumped into the same race. And Gigi Chun is in the women's group as well, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So, yeah, so we got a lady in there to keep the guys honest, which is wonderful. So, yeah, it's a nice mix of racers once again. Every one of them seems to be fun, to have the wide range of racers. There's not necessarily the top notch in every one. We've got a mix of like old, new, fast, slow, everything. It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And we've got Zybas there also and Carlos Octane as reserve. So, again, Jesse just mentioning the academy drivers. Fantastic to see that the academy drivers are starting to build on their confidence and actually coming through the ranks and really showing that, they can keep up with these boys. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do. Obviously, Butler there, champion of the Mighty Mini Championship. Great battles with Boosted Alpha. Clive Smith, again, another cracking driver, won the Super Mighty Minis Championship, and obviously Adam Bath's going to have something to say about that shortly. But yeah, some great drivers there. Really looking forward to that one. Great to see new members as well. We have Clark saying congratulations to all the Clio drivers. Cheers for that, Clark. Really appreciate it. Nathan says you'll be building sandcastles at Brands Hatch anyway, Phil. Those two, they're on the same team as well, and they really do have a go at each other. It's great. Martin Nelms, hello, sir. Great to see you. That's Legion. So sounds like a lot of fun, to be fair. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's going to be quite intense. So, yeah, exciting stuff there. So that is the Clio Cup. Let's have a look at the calendar. And there is your calendar. So, obviously, the setups are supplied by CC Sim Racing. Like I said, massive thank you to Dadbod Racing driver Paul Cunningham for doing that. That's 33. So, thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate that. So there we go. 19th of Feb is Road Atlanta. 5th of March, Watkins Glen the short track. Then we have 2nd of April, Brands Hatch GP. Then we have Nürburgring, Sardinia Road Track B. Again, then we have Catalonia with no chicane, so that'll make it interesting on the start finish straight, should I say. Then we have Lego Maggiore East. Love that track. Really, really cool. Spa-Francorchamps is then on the 17th, and we finish off at Bathurst in these cars, so that's going to be intense. Really, really is intense. We have STCC already announced. Yes, it is, Wanders. It is already announced, but you can go back and you can have a look at the video and listen to my dulcet tone as well as Jesse's and so there we go. That is your championship. And as you can see, it is broken up into each month as best we can. And these are the dates that I could do. So I'm hoping we big build up for that. And very, very excited to see what happens. Championship. And again, some great tracks there, Jess.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a really good mix here, actually. I like Cataluna with no chicane. That could be kind of fun. That's going to be some pretty heavy speed coming down that stretch, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity for drafting it. Honestly, I haven't done the Clio on GT7 much. Is there a lot of drafting to it, or not so much?
Yeah, well, in the straight line, yeah, they're pretty good. The tow's pretty good on these cars, so we'll see what they like.
Yeah, so that'll be a long stretch. Where they can, kind of stretch it out, and we could see a lot of changes back on the back stretch, and there's a lot of passing on that one. And then Nürburgring's awesome too. That'll be a fun track to see these cars on as well. And the Watkins Glen short, man, that's going to be exciting too. That short track, it gets around there in a hurry, so you're going to see a lot of cars really close together on that one.
Yeah, penalties are on as well. So weak penalties, but obviously the penalty system. All penalties throughout the series is going to be done by GT7. We're not getting involved this time round because they have the penalty system in place. We're going to do it like a daily, but we're hoping we're not going to have daily racing. So that's if you've done daily racing, you'll know. But yeah, that's basically how it's going to be run. But some great tracks there. Really excited. Great start to the event as well. Road Atlanta, and that is one of the support races, which has been a big feature throughout our series here at CC Sim Racing. Also, we had it on Sport. And yeah, Carl's just gone Bathurst. So there we got go sell some car. Phil's still having a go at Nathan. I love it. And Nathan's having a go at Phil. Wonders Esports is there. We've got Martin saying, be watching to see how it goes for sure. So good luck, everyone. Good luck. My what's that? The best racers win. Okay, brilliant. Lovely to see that. Thank you very much. But yeah, that was the Clio Cup. Now, this was a big ask, and we're trying to get a mini company involved in this one, and it's going pretty well at the moment. But again, we need to have a few more discussions, and if it does come about, then we're going to get some cracking stuff. We also might get some tickets involved in this as well. But again, I will let everyone know. We are trying to put some sort of prizes together as best we can. And we'll let you know as soon as we do. But here we go. So are you ready? This is the BMW Mini Cooper Championship. Well, it's the Cup, actually. It's the BMW Mini Cup. And there we go. So there we have it. So HRT Haber is there on the BMW Minis. Carlos Octane there as well. Ceci Perez, great to see her because obviously she races in the Minis as well. So does Carlos Octane. He'll be racing in the Mini Challenge this year. So great to see him up there. Sarah Hawkey's back as well, so that's great. Richard Pugh's there. El Bolt Joe is there, so new driver. Digby's back as well. We've got Christopher Douglas there, so he's racing. I think he's racing for dump valves, I think. You sure? You have to let me know if that is correct. I'm pretty sure it is. TCR Crafty, so Tetrax Racing are involved in this one, so great to see Crafty there. Oh, my little girl's just waved and said hello. Hello, Lily. How you doing, buddy? Buddy? Bubby, that's what I meant to say. So my little girl's there, so thank you very much for joining us, babe. TTR Crafty's there, Didcot's there, so Didcot's back for another one. HRT Robbie's there, and HRT Lacko, so all the HRT guys are there, so that's going to be interesting. Are they going to play the team game, or are they going to absolutely hammer each other? That's what I want to know. Mr. Roberts is there as well, so D Roberts, that's Damo, admin here at CC, and also Lee Campbell, who actually races in the mini championship or the mini challenge as well, so who was in the Turbo Tim Tops and done a fantastic job, absolutely flew in that, so great to see that he's in the championship. So reserves are Matty Cake, Beaver Bull and Annalise Riot, so great to see new names there in that championship. So that's interesting because there's some of those names there we don't know, so we don't actually know what sort of pace they're at here, Jesse.
Yeah, we've got the HRT guys, which that's, like you said, that's going to be really interesting to see how those guys drive, and then see Ceci and Sarah in there. They're both very good drivers, and they'll hold their own with the guys in there. I have no problem saying that. They don't mind sticking their elbows out, so that should be interesting to watch. And you did skip over poor Digby too. You were so excited.
Oh,
to say
sorry, Digby.
Cowboys
I'm
that-
so sorry, Gary Harker. If you're there, mate.
We want to make
love
sure,
you.
just in case he's not looking at the screen, we want to hear his name. So he was in too. So yeah, it's an exciting group.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. Great to see. Really, really good. Looking forward to this. This is going to be interesting because don't forget, reserve list looks pretty tasty as well. So, and obviously Matt's been driving these cars recently and he's been doing very well indeed. Won a couple of races in practice. Interesting. I'm not going to look at Phil and Nathan because they're still having a go at each other, bless them. But it's great to see. Thanks for lighting up the stream chat. I do appreciate everyone on YouTube as well. Thank you. If you haven't already done so on YouTube, please subscribe. We really need to get this 1,000 marker, because if it does, it helps us to get some money in, which means that I can give you prizes. That helps me to help you. There we go. So that is the BMW Mini Championship, and again we're going to look at the calendar. The calendar again is the same: Road Atlanta, Watkins Glen, Brands Hatch GP, Nürburgring, Sardinia Road Track B. We've got Catalunya No Chicane, Laguna Missouri East, Spa Francorchamps, and Bathurst again. And obviously there will be some time delay in the with the changing weather. So obviously it'll be night to day or day to night, one of the two. And we might mix some rain in, but obviously we'll tell the drivers. All drivers that are in each group will get a brief beforehand before we get involved in any of the racing involved. So just keep your notebooks open so we can talk about that and discuss what we need to do for the start as well, because the start's absolutely grating on me at the moment. Absolutely, literally poking miles out at the moment. So Damon Roberts says that's going to be a tight championship. It is. It really is. It's going to be very, very tight as well. So looking forward to that one. That's going to be a crack. So there we go. Now we're on to the big one. This is the feature race for the for CC Sim. Obviously, everybody races GT3, which is fantastic. But obviously, that's why we try to do something different with the setups, and people might enjoy it. But this is going to be very, very interesting because we've done a few tests and stuff. We didn't want to go too high on the fuel. We didn't want to go too mad on the tyres. But we found a sort of happy medium. We've had tests with other people and they've gone, yeah, this is working quite well. We did a public race on this as well. And the feedback from those guys was really, really good. So really happy with this one. So drivers, are you ready? There we go. There you go, Damo. I'll cheer you up. And we've got Watson in the background with the Predator car. And that was Damo's DB Aston Martin. I loved it. It looked absolutely stunning. So I had to... so HRT Lou is back there as well. ALB Racing's back in. Giant Tonic, watch out for him because he was absolutely smashing it in the endurance races the other day. AWH Smith, not too sure what this guy's like. I knew he was rallying around in a Lancia doing drifting around Catalunya when we were supposed to be having a track day, but it doesn't matter. He just got some skills though, so watch out for him. Zybas as well is back. Watsy's back into there. TTR Evo, now a champion in his own. Watch out for him. Is anyone able there to beat him? We'll see, won't we? Gear Kayla's back as well. Clive Smith's back, and he's been doing really well recently. As I said, Red Spectre's in, which is, again, another good driver, but we've not seen him, so I'm not too sure how much practice he's had or if he's off the pace. I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens. Mr. Limelickers there. Jesse's in there as well. Jesse's got in. Audi Muted's there as well. He raced the other night. Bipolar, we know, is a brilliant endurance racer, so we're looking forward to seeing how he does. And also Pac-Man 292. Now, that's a very, very big one as well because, obviously, he can drive this guy. So, some great names there. Obviously, we know Polo will be streaming his side of it. LB will probably stream his. You can stream if you want to, but we'd really like you to watch what's happening on CC Sim. But I'm not going to fight over it. So, we just want them to do as much well as we do. So, but great looking lobbies there. We've also got Samaruto, Lacko, Roberts, and Robbie, HRT boys there. In that reserve list. So that's very, very good. That's a very, very good GT3 class there, Jesse. I'm really intrigued to see what happens.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to be right in the middle of it all, I guess, trying to figure it out. But, we've got some stellar drivers in this class. It's ridiculous. I could see probably 5 or 6 of those guys that could easily win this championship. So, it's exciting to see that many good racers in there. I will mention, too, just just so people know too, as far as now that we've shown them all, what we did was we basically made sure, as best we could, that every single person that had their first request, we tried to get that. And I think we almost did that for every single person. And then after that, it was kind of a fill based on, if we had a couple extra spots, we went to their second mark and just kind of see who could fit in and that kind of stuff. But we tried to make sure that everybody at least had one that was hopefully their first choice. And I think we did that for the most part. So we're pretty happy with that overall. And we still do have the minis coming as well too. So that's another opportunity for some of these drivers who, if they only got one race series, they might be able to jump into the minis as well.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good one. Very interesting to see how that goes. And we'll talk to Adam Bath in a moment, because he's going to be letting us know how that's going, what we need to look out for. There's some dates that are going to be in the book that you must be there for if you want to get in. And obviously, those that were in will want to be racing it. I'm pretty sure of that. But so basically that is your GT3, as we just spoke to with Jesse there, which is very, very good. Looking forward to that. So anyone that misses out, reserve goes in, and it's obviously top to bottom, and they'll go into that race. And I've just noticed that Clark's said that Lime Liquor sounds more like a rock band. Love it. Absolutely love it. David Grady says, looks like an epic grid. We got Esther St. Louis. We got, who's that Lime Liquor guy, says Carl. Dave Hassett said, missed out. Yeah, I know, unfortunately, mate. What we did is we tried to get as many people as we could, unfortunately. But there was like a form we had to do, and I do apologise, mate. But again, if you want to stick your name down, it's be down the list. But if you're available at the time, why not? We're happy to have you there. So yeah,
we can always smack people on for extra reserves too. You never know what'll happen as far as that goes.
Yep, definitely. So we'll get that sorted out as soon as we can. But obviously, we'll try and get this developed quickly as possible so you guys can get out on track. So now you know what's going on. That is the GT3 Championship. Now, this is the interesting bit. This is the calendar. Are you ready? There we go. So don't worry about that top bit there, because it actually says 2 times fuel depletion. It's actually three times fuel depletion. And there is a selected amount of cars that you can have, and obviously I will send that out to everyone later on this evening. They are the tracks. So obviously support races will be at Road Atlanta, same as Watkins Glen, but they'll be doing the main track. The GT3 cars, obviously they're on a 1-hour race with a 10-minute qualifier. Brands Hatch GP is there on the 2nd. Look at that, the Nordschleife, the 24-hour version as well. So that's going to be intense. That's going to be very, very difficult. But with the drivers we got, we should be okay. Damage is on week as well, just to let everyone know. Damage is on week. That's why, because we feel that even if you make a mistake, some of these tracks are very unforgiving, and that's the reason why I've put it on week. So obviously you'll lose a bit of time, obviously with the damage, but then it'll rejuvenate itself, and then you can carry on going lucky. Autopolis Full track, which we started off with a Porsche Cup ages ago, and it was probably the best race I've ever seen. That's back on the list as well. July is Catalonia, so that'll be same. I should have put there's no chicane there, so they're doing the same one, no chicane. Monza's the full Monza track, so that will have the chicane at the start, unfortunately for those guys. Spa will be on the 17th, and again, car choice will be critical if you're looking at this right now. And then we got Bathurst, and that will be going into the night time. So again, that's going to be a tough race for those guys. I think it finishes off at night. I'm pretty sure of that. I think it's times 10 is the speed for the time rotation for the weather. So it's going to be pretty hectic there. That will be a pit stop as well. Obviously, as you know, you can use any choice of tyres. So just make sure you've got all the racing ones, because you don't want any comforts, because that would be really... so they are the tracks. Again, some great tracks there. Adam, talk to me, because some of those are really tough, aren't they?
Yeah, and I'm ashamed to say that I can't do anything on the Sunday, because there's quite a few tracks there that I would have loved to have had a go at in a GT3 car. But I'm actually looking forward to watching everybody go around the Nordschleife. That's going to be absolutely epic watching that race. It's not one that many people do in terms of in sim racing, certainly on streams. So yeah, that's going to be brilliant to watch, and the strategy as well for the mandatory pit stops and how the tires wear down and the fuel. We've seen that in other categories, and it works really well. So this is going to be brilliant to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Great shout there, mate. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. And don't forget, if you, like I said, we if you haven't got in and you'd like to be on the reserve list, we will put your name down. But obviously, it's as and when. So if you're ready and those three in front aren't there, you're in. Simple. And there's a couple of things that we'll talk about after we finish this, which obviously be spoken about. But that is the GT3 class as well. So that is your Super Sunday. Wow, there's some great races there. Great challenges for all the drivers. And again, like I said, these setups are going to be a nightmare for some people, but obviously loads of practice. If you don't practice and you wing it, as I hear the word a lot at the moment, you ain't going to last very long. So it is pointless doing that. Practice makes perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Let's remember. So that is all the official CC Sim races. Does anyone remember this one? Wow, there we go. That was the Gran Turismo Sport Mighty Minis Esports Racing Championship, and I can't believe I got that right there. But that was one hell of a series. It was brilliant. It was action packed. Everyone loved it. Oh, it got everyone crazy. I nearly lost my voice in a couple of the races. There was a little bit of a discussion on one of them, which was actually had to be changed around. And then the final race just absolutely went nuts. And then we got 2 winners out of it. And it was incredible, wasn't it, Adam?
Yeah, what a 2022 series, or championship, I should say. We keep getting told off as calling it a series.
Yeah, I keep saying series. It's my fault, sorry.
But it's all right, but it's force of habit. But yeah, it was just a fantastic championship all the way through. Battles everywhere. Didn't know where to look on most of the races. Went down to the wire in the Mighties. You had one driver kind of set about everybody else with Evo in the supers, but he had to drop out on a couple of races for going on holiday, and that kind of scuppered his championship. And Clive came through to win that one. But it was just brilliant all the way through, and I can't wait to get started on 2023 because it's just going to be absolutely epic.
Yeah, that word always comes to mind when I think of these minis, and in real life as well. It's exactly the same. It's intense. The action's insane. There's battles all over the track, and it's exactly what happens here. Now, here's just a little reminder, and obviously these are real life cars on the track here in the virtual world. And now they look exactly the same. as they do in the real world. And there we go. That's Nevin Kirkpatrick's Super Mighty Mini there, with the red banner on the top. Now we've got to put the banners on. It looks wicked. Look at that. So the banners are on the top of the cars now. The sponsors are on the cars. The grill's got the names on it now. Some of them did it before, but we've added a couple more on there. And obviously the Mark Price Mini there, who won the Mighty Minis Racing Championship last year. Who done a fantastic job, and obviously we sponsored him, so it was great achievement for us, great achievement for him, and he's going to do it again this year, hopefully. So really looking forward to seeing what happens there. But so we're back here, GT7. So what sort of difference have we got here then, the Adam? So obviously, because we had we had to have the normal Mini, I suppose, is the basic side of the Mini. But this is a more racing orientated one, because we can now play with that now, can't we?
Yeah, well, the first thing to mention that you've just pointed out is the visuals of the car, because we've now got the correct sun strip on both the cars, the Mighties and the Supers. We can now have the red and the yellow on it, and something simple as having the drivers' names in the windows now. It just really brings it to life. We've got the correct bumpers on the car as well, so just visually they look so much more realistic and closer to the real thing. But of course, with GT7, it's gone back to the original format of the game, where you have to modify the car by buying components and building the race car yourself. So in doing that, we've got different suspension components, we've got different engine mods, we've got weight, we got tyres. It's not just a simple case like it was on Sport, where you had a drop-down menu and you selected what you want. You've actually got to build the car properly. And they drive just so much better on GT7, I feel. So hopefully that should translate into the racing as well.
Oh, we do hope so. I mean, Jesse, you drove in these as well, didn't you? Because if I remember rightly, you you won a race, didn't you?
Oh man, yeah, that was a little nuts, but it is one of those things where you get in a pack in these things, and if the drivers struggle to get through, one car can get away, and suddenly they're all chasing them, So that's what happened to me, obviously, when I won that race. But we've seen that a few times. But it's a lot of fun to drive. I mean, it's you feel like you want to push the gas harder almost. You're like, I want to go, but there you are, you're hitting the gas as hard as you can, and there's a big pack of minis right behind you, and you don't seem to be pulling away. It's a wild feeling.
Yeah, definitely, it really, really is. And it was great to see him when he was actually in the commentary booth the race before, and then all of a sudden he's on the track, and hold on a minute, he's actually winning. So yeah, it was great. It was great to watch Jesse do that. It was absolutely fantastic. And obviously, Adam Bath is a Super Mighty Minis racing driver as well. So I actually get the chance to commentate on this guy. And unfortunately, the day when he was racing, I wasn't able to commentate on him. But it's great to have you on here, Adam. And obviously, you're going to talk about the this page, which is the next one now. This is the calendar for obviously the CC Sim Racing events, but also the Mighty Mini Championship. I don't know if you can see that on your page or not.
I've got it. I've got it on my screen anyway, because I knew that was coming up.
Yeah, so I'll leave that one to you then, mate.
Well, yeah, obviously. So I've put in there for the first thing that's going to stand out to everybody is the 13th to the 18th of March for the championship qualifiers. So we're going to be running that. I'll go into more detail on the Discord and put all the information up in due course. But basically, we've got that information. Oh, you've got all that. Fantastic. You're ahead of me then. You're actually
I'm going to push the button so it comes up in a minute. So I'll let you do the calendar first.
All right then.
No pressure.
We've got the championship qualifiers there. That's going to be where we're actually going to get everybody in to do a bit of a pace test, see where they're going to be. We've then got on the 28th of March is the liveries reveal. So what I did last year was having basically a live reveal of who's going to get allocated what livery, and we're going to do exactly the same thing, with the exception of the obviously the real life drivers. Any real life drivers are going to run their own livery, and the champions as well, if they want to come back, they will have the same livery that they had last time. So Clive will get Steve Rideout if he wants Steve Rideout, for example. So we'll do that one on the 28th of March once all the pace tests and we've got our driver listing. And then our first round is, of course, at Brands Hatch, 17th of April. And then after that, we're doing it once a month. It's not exactly four weeks apart. just simply because of the way that the calendar fits together. But we're going to be running it alongside the Real Life Mighty Minis Championships. As you can see there, the Real Life Mighty Minis, they start their first races on the 29th and the 30th of April at Silverstone. And then they follow that up with Anglesey. And then the Wednesday after the Anglesey meeting, we're then running the second round of the Mighty Minis at Majuri. And then it just follows all the way through in that pattern, Wednesday nights, all the way through to the end of the championship, where we end obviously at Goodwood in November. Bit of a classic, because we always seem to start at Brands Hatch and end at Goodwood. So we've thrown in a couple of extra tracks in there. Catalunya, the short version, that should be an interesting event. And a different layout of Majuri, the West End layout. That's brilliant fun as well, going down the steep hill to the hairpin. So yeah, looking forward to all of those.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've got the wrong info there. I think some of them I've not. So which ones are the ones? The Catalunya one, mate. Which one's that one? So I'll just.
So the Catalunya should be round 3, 21st of June.
21st June. Okay, so that was Red Bull Short, which I think everyone didn't really like. So because there's so many penalties, but I know Jesse liked that one because he won there.
I loved it.
Yeah, he absolutely.
Yeah, sorry, Jesse, I've taken that out.
Yeah, so that's gone now. But yeah, that's brilliant. So yeah, there's a couple there. And which else was gone there, mate? Sorry?
I think the only difference is from what you must have up on the screen to what I've got then would be Majuri. Majuri's in the same place, but it's the West End layout rather than the centre.
Okay.
And Catalunya rather than it being A1 or Red Bull Ring.
Red Bull.
I call it A1 Ring because that's how it used to be called.
It did, yeah, that's correct.
21st of June for Catalunya on the National. So yeah, it's other than that, I think Sardegna road track, rather than it being the layout that we had before, it's just standard road track. So it's the same circuit, it's just in the opposite direction now, just to spice it up a little bit. And then obviously Suzuka Short, Tsukuba, Autopolis, and then ending at Goodwood at the end of the season on the 15th of November.
Definitely, really can't wait for that. And obviously we've got the real life racing in between, as Adam just said. Silverstone, Anglesey, Thruxton, great track. Really looking forward to seeing them going around there.
I'm looking forward to that one. I'll be there at Thruxton.
Are you racing there?
Oh, I'm racing at Thruxton.
Oh my gosh.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. I'll be turning up at Thruxton. I'll be driving around. Whether I'll be racing or not is going to be a very different matter. I'll be trying my best.
Yeah, very true, very true. Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You know, you're a good driver as well, mate. So Cadwell Park's there as well. That's another epic one. Very, very narrow, even for a mini. Brands Hatch Indy, which has always been a cracking race. So we'll hopefully be there. Donington Park, so pleased that's on the calendar this year as well. And then we're back at one of my favourites, Castle Combe, because it's just epic, flat out racing, a couple of chicanes just to spice it up a little bit, but it's pretty much flat out everywhere else. But brilliant tracks. Let's take a look now at the qualifying idea. So I'm hoping this is the right one. This is the format. This is the format what we're doing, which is a full 10-minute qualifying, fastest first, and it's a 20-minute race. We're doing one race per group now, aren't we, Jess? Adam, sorry.
Yeah, well, obviously the decision was made on that one because, yes, we had some epic races all the way through last year, but we found that we had a lot of incidents on the second race, which was a reverse grid, because you had the slower drivers at the front trying to hold on to their position, the faster drivers at the back trying to make their way through. You inevitably got some bunching in the middle and somebody spat out the side and up a tree. So just to try to avoid that as best we can, just knock it down to a single race, done on qualifying. The drivers still get the same amount of track time because it's a 20-minute race. The viewers still get the same amount of racing because it's a 20-minute race. And that's obviously going to be the same for both the Supers and the Mighties as well.
Yeah, brilliant. And just noticed that Cole just said that he'll be down at Cadwell. Well, actually, that will be his tickets because I think both the drivers of the Mighties and the Supers both got tickets to a race of their choice in the Mighty Mini Racing Championship. So that's really cool. So really looking forward to seeing Cole down there, and hopefully we'll see Clive at some point as well. But yeah, that's a very good event format for me. I think it's going to be intense. Obviously, 20 minutes is a long time in those minis, but again, it's all about concentration. But I don't think anyone's going to let up, which is great. And obviously, with this new format that Adam's bringing into it, we should get the best of drivers out there. So it's going to be very, very interesting indeed. Championship tables system is going to be the same throughout the board here at CC Sim Racing. So all the championships will be identical to the ones that you see up there. So 33 points for the leader, 30 for second, 27 for third, and so on and so forth. Till you get down to obviously the 16th place there, which is 16th place, which is 5 points. Obviously, you get fastest lap as well, bonus 2 points. So yeah, looking forward to that. Lots of messages coming through as well. Just need one more lap. Bring on 20-minute race. There we go. So yeah, after so many people having that 10-minute race, it was very short, but it felt very, very long, didn't it, Jesse?
Yeah, it did. Especially when you're trying to hold people off, every lap is going very, very slowly.
It is.
If you're hunting down Evo, 10 minutes isn't long enough, just out of experience.
No, very, very true. Cole just said, it was it. All that time I needed, just one more lap, bring on the 20 minutes. So there's a lot of people enjoying that 20 minutes. And obviously that's what they do in the Mighty Minis Racing Championship as well. It is a 20-minute race. So, lots and lots of time to, get back on it if you make a mistake and really start putting the pressure on those leaders and really enjoying yourself while they're on track. So that's going to be very, very, very good. Obviously, we're fully endorsed by the Mighty Mini Racing Championship as well, which is great stuff. And, we're doing a lot for them. They're doing a lot for us. So if you want to put your name down, anybody can put their name down. You just need to get registered. So keep an eye out on CC Sim Racing's Facebook page for any information on that. Adam, that's some impressive stuff there, isn't it? So can you sort of talk us quickly through the format of the qualifiers?
Yeah, so basically the idea is to try and get the best drivers in that we possibly can. So we're going to be doing a qualifying pace test. It's going to be separate Mighty Minis, separate Super Mighty Minis over the course of that 1 week. So on the Monday, the Wednesday, and the Friday, we're going to have the Mighty Minis doing their qualifying. And on obviously the alternate days, we're going to have the Super Mighties. And how it's going to work is the lobby will be opened about 6:45 of an evening on the set day, and all this will go up on the Discord anyway, so you don't have to remember it right now. 2 sessions per evening between 7 and 7:30, and then 8 and 8:30 for each of the classes. There's only going to be 15 spots available per session, and it's going to be on a first come first serve basis. So you jump into the lobby. If you can get in, you can do your qualifying. If you can't, you'll have to try another time. And the cars will have to be built to their relevant specifications, which I'll obviously put up on the Discord for everybody. So you have to decide, are you going to race in the Mighties? Are you going to race in the Supers? You can only qualify for one, so you're going to have to make the decision before you actually start qualifying. Build the car to the right specification and go out and do your qualifying. So it's going to be half an hour to just drive around, get your best time you possibly can. And at the end of the week, we're going to have a list of drivers for both Supers and Mighties, and the best drivers will make it into the championship. The only exception to that is any real-life drivers who want to jump in, because obviously we've got to prioritise the real-life Mighty Mini drivers and Super Mighty Mini drivers if they want to have a go in their own livery. So they will jump in. And we will also give a free pass to the defending champions, Clive Smith and Carl Butler as well. They will still have to qualify. Everybody will still have to qualify, but they will get in if they want to defend their championship. So it's going to be on that week. So if anybody can't make that week, if you're on holiday or something and you can't make that week, just let me know and I'll set something up on the outside for you. But otherwise, everybody has got to do their qualifying to get into that championship during that week. And all the information will go up on the Discord in the following weeks.
Great stuff, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And so that's going to be a very, very exciting addition to CC Sim again this year. GT7.
Hopefully that made sense and I didn't ramble too much.
No. It made perfect sense. I got all of that in, mate. So if I got it all in, that's just you're covered. But everyone that is watching, and I'm hoping some of the drivers are still here. We have gone through everyone's internet connection. We've seen what you've got. We can now look at it and we can emphasize that this is going to happen. If you are glitching, on the game on race day, you will not be able to race. Okay, so if you are heavy glitching on track, which means you're skimming over the track, or you're getting some some weird skidding as you're turning a corner, so it makes it look like it's shuddering, you will not be able to run on track. Okay, that is final. The only reason being is it affects the physics of the game. It affects the drivers that are racing. Sometimes they'll be turning, other times they won't. They'll put a foot on the brake. It's not giving them full braking. We have done lots and lots of testing through this, and that is one of the main reasons, and that is because people's upload speed is too low. So we have a minimum upload speed. We've gone through everyone. We are going to give those people that are a bit low benefit of the doubt at the moment, so they will get a chance to race. If they're glitching on the day, they will not be able to race. Okay, so unfortunately, that is how it is until they have sorted out what's going on there in GT7, and as well as, if you can, hardwire your internet to the PlayStation. It makes a hell of a lot of difference, I assure you. Okay, there's a couple of settings if you've got G29s. If you want some help, I've got a good setting that I've got from YouTube that's really helped myself. I've even changed my brake pedal to the clutch now, so my clutch is now my brake pedal, and it has really done wonders for me. I'm really pleased. So I've actually driven a car that I've never driven before properly, and that was the Skyline. I kept crashing everywhere. I can now drive that thing, so watch out, people. I'm coming for it. I'm joking, I'm not that good. But it's been an absolutely brilliant evening. So thank you, everyone. I'm hoping everyone understood that. All the information now is going to be on the Discord. Anyone that's messaged me, I've got tons of messages gone ping, ping, ping on the CC Sim page. Anyone that wants to race, you are welcome, but you'll be on reserve, okay? And there is going to be, I'm pretty sure there'll be a big reserve list now. But thank you, everyone, for joining us. Jesse, obviously, he's usually my co-host, as well as Adam Barth, and I usually get mixed up because I miss both of them each time they're not there. So is that all right? Did I say that all right? Is that okay? But yeah, well, thank you very much, Jesse, for obviously sorting out registration. It's been brilliant to have you on as well, and looking forward to starting our first races coming on the 6th on the Monday.
Yeah, coming up quick. I'm excited to get started.
Yeah, definitely. And also a massive thanks to Adam Barth as well, because obviously he's developing the Mighty Minis Championship while we're we're doing everything else. He's managed to get this up and running. He's going to do the qualifying all himself, so he's just said, let me do it, I'll sort it out, and then we'll just get on with the commentating, which we're apparently pretty good at. So Adam Barth, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, mate, as well.
No worries. Thank you very much.
And also, I'm just going to mention that we have got two other commentators. Lewis Beckenham, who's LB Racing, he'll be joining me at some point as we try and get him on there on our stream, because he is hopefully going to be doing the Academy series commentating. So anyone that's in the Academy, you might have a commentator, and that might go live on CC Sim, but we're just trying to sort that out at the moment. And once he's back from holiday, we'll go through it. But I think the Academy start their races on the 30th. I think, if I remember right. Just let me just confirm that. I think they got their practice race.
I think they just started their first race today.
Was it today? They've done their practice race today, didn't they? Yeah, that's right. So well done to Academy if you're there and you're racing. So good luck to you guys. But yeah, that's all from us. I hope you enjoy it. Good luck, everyone. AWRC races, the STCC and the TCC and the Clios, the Minis, the GT3, and the Mighty Mini Racing Esports Championship with the Super Mighty Minis Esports Championship. I think I've got all them in. And the Academy drivers. Thank you very much, everyone. That was Jesse Quayler. That was Adam Barth. My name's Craig Cook, and we are CC Sim Racing. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic night.